trade if you are from those nearby countries. So one platform that you can trade with, considering if you are merchandising in the crypto space, there are platforms, there are more popular platforms online where you can trade from South Africa, and there are those platforms you cannot trade if you are from South Africa. I hope I'm making sense. So it's all about partnering with the right people who have the right information, you know. So it makes it more quicker to be mentored, you know, rather than doing particular own research, you know. It's very good to be, and it's very makes things easier and very a rapid growth for your business, or for whatever purpose that drives you in order to do business online and stuff like that. So it is a very, very, very working space. It is a very working space, doing business online. It is very profitable if you're gonna look at it at a long-term basis. If you can look at it on a long-term basis, then it's gonna be profitable and very good for you. It's gonna be very beneficial for you, you know. So rather than keeping a lot of money in the bank, it's better to just buy those. There's a lot of online investments. There's even the local online investments, let alone the crypto space. There are online investments. If you can even go to your if you can do your NFTs, you know, that's a very good space also to start with. If you can just invest in your NFTs, I'm talking about cheap investments, guys. I'm talking about very cheap investments. Those very small investments, you might never know in 10 years how the value might grow. You might never know. You might never know how big it can benefit you in a long run. You know, you can start joining the NFT space. You can start joining your Easy Properties. If you can go to Easy Property, if you can Google Easy Properties as well, there is a lot you can. No, guys, I'm not gonna accept the guest for now. I'm not gonna accept. You know, so if you can Google Easy Properties as well. So Easy Properties is a platform whereby you don't even need to own a physical house, but you are entering into the real estate investment platform while you are doing it online and as little as you can afford, you know. So you are a property investor if you're joining Easy Properties, but you can join them as little as you can afford. You don't need to own a house in order to join. You just need to join, and then you become a real estate investor without owning a property, you know. So you buy those small shares, you accumulate those shares, you accumulate, and they also accumulate in value, and you buy little by little, and then boom, one day you become or your investment, it becomes a value that is equating to the price of a house and stuff like that, you know. You are Easy Properties. It's a very good platform if you're interested or in starting in a real estate industry. Easy Properties, you know. So it's a platform where you can invest in real estate as little as you can afford, you know. So there is a lot of platform. There's you can find them. You can find Easy Properties under the Easy Equities. So Easy Equities, it's a platform that is an open space for a lot of online online investments. So there is a lot you can find on Easy Equities. Easy Properties is also there, on Easy Equities. So Easy Equities, it's a platform where you find those different platforms, or those different investments, whereby you can just make it's easy to register on their website. They just require your ID. They just require your proof of address. They just require those small documents, those figure documents, and then you're getting started, you see. And also your or they will require also your banking details, which bank are you gonna withdraw and deposit with. So it's very easy. It's just an online space. You become a property investor by just entering your email and a username or a password. Boom, once you start depositing there as little as you can afford, boom, you're already a property investor. You start to learn more about properties once you are already inside, once you started investing and stuff like that. So there's a lot of businesses, there's a lot of industries that you can start by doing business online. That's what I'm trying to say. Easy Properties is one proof or one example of a platform whereby you become a property investor just by needing your password and an email address. Then boom, once you register and deposit, then you're already a property investor. Then you start learning more. You can invest as little as possible or as little as you can afford. And it's not only properties that you find such platforms. There's different industries. You can buy gold online while your gold is already in German. You can buy gold from German, and then you decide if you want to keep that gold in German while it's accumulating in value over the period of ongoing time, these years going by. You can accumulate the value while your gold is sitting there in German. And when are you here in South Africa? You're just accumulating the value. You're just withdrawing. You're just making profit and withdrawing your profit. You just eat that profits you've gaining from your investment. You just did online in German. Your gold is there. Your gold is there. I once bought a gold. I also bought a gold in German, but I asked them to deliver it here in South Africa. So I asked them to deliver it, so I can see, because I was I was also not sure what they were selling me. So I asked them to deliver it. They say, I wanna see that gold. So they deliver that gold from Stuttgart, German. Sometime I'll show you that gold I bought from German. So that gold is an investment I've made long time ago. What was the year? I think it was 2016. I bought gold from German, and they gave me an option to keep it in German while I'm chowing the profit. So, and the other option was for my gold to be delivered here in South Africa. So I asked them, I wanna see that gold myself. So I asked them to deliver, and they delivered the gold from Stuttgart, German, here to SA. That's an investment I've made. I think it's 2015 or 2016. I can't remember the year. to be exact. You know, it's a lifetime investment. You know, I made online. I didn't I didn't need to go directly to German in order to invest in German gold, you know. So you can do, there's a lot of online businesses, you know. You can buy bitcoins and keep them in Europe, you know. That value of Bitcoin is accumulating for your own good. If you can translate into South African rand in value, if you can translate that value into South African rand over the years, and bear in mind, guys, I'm talking about long-term investments here. I'm not talking about get rich quick schemes. No, I'm talking about long-term investments. If you are, if you are keen to invest online, I've made an example about easy equities. You know, equities have a lot of, um, it has a lot of investment on their website. A lot of investments that are listed on the JSE. You know, there is a, you can even make an there's a lot of investments that you can start. You know those JSE listed companies that are worth your 20 billion rands. Easy Equities, it's a platform where you can also be involved with them. So Easy Equities is an open platform, online platform, where you can just invest in JSE investments. Those JSE listed companies in Johannesburg Stock Exchange, Easy Equities is the platform. Easy Equities it has just made things easier to open a platform for you guys to invest, to be part of those big investment value portfolios. You know, so you can get involved, or you can invest in those JSE um, listed companies also using Easy Equities platform. You know, so there is a lot. I'm here as an eye opener about the businesses online, how you can just make your business or create an online business that is going to be passive to you. So once you invest and keep it for a few years, then you will reap the rewards later. But don't expect, or um, don't make that investment your emergency fund. Wherever you broke, you keep running into that investment because you need money urgently. Don't make it your don't make it your emergency fund. Don't do that. You know, don't make it your emergency fund. Don't treat your online investments as your emergency fund. Whenever you broke, you need a money agent, then you go and withdraw. Don't I don't advise that. You know, I'm advising people to invest in a long term period. I'm advising to invest in a long term period. You know, so that is what I'm promoting: long term investments. And crypto also, you can even find your Bitcoin investments on Easy Equities. So Easy Equities, it's a platform where you can find digital money. You can find your JSE shares, where you can trade those companies that are listed on JSE. Easy Equities, it's where you can find um, a lot of big companies There's a lot of companies. There's there's a lot. There's Sepago Cement. It's listed on the JSE. You can buy their shares there. There's Liberty. You can buy their shares there. You know, even Liberty. Liberty has their own app, which is called Stash. Stash. So if you can just Google the word Stash, it's a wallet system, or it's kind of like, when I say wallet system, it's a platform where you can just accumulate small monies that you put there. You deposit bit by bit on Stash. So it's an app for staking cash as an investment. It was originally from Liberty. So Liberty started that app, okay, Stash, ne? You know. So you can invest there as well. You can put bit by bit, and it's an online space where it's easy for you to have their own to use their platform for your own investment purposes. You know, and it's not even only easy equities. There is crypto platforms, local crypto platforms, whereby you can exchange your rands to small altcoins. You know, some altcoins are ranging from R2 each. So if you can just buy 500 of them, you've just spent 1,000 rand. You might never know what the value of those 500 shares you've bought, or those 500 altcoins you've bought, what the value might be from R2. If you look at a period of 5 years, you might never know how much. If looking at the volume, if around the world people who are investing in the R2 value of an altcoin, it's over a billion people. Over a billion people. Over a billion when it comes to the volume being traded. Over a billion dollars. Sorry. Let me correct myself. Over a billion. The market cap for that altcoin is over $1 billion. So what do I mean by that? The volume being traded, people around the world are investing in that one altcoin, and they've bought it up to a value of 1 billion altogether, the people who are investing in it, and the coin is only R2. You know, I'm talking about Tron. That's the coin. If you can Google Tron, TRON, Google will show the value of that altcoin, how much it's worth. So it's around 0.09 US dollar, ne? Which is equating to about 2 rand in South African value. So in South Africa, you can buy Tron for 2 rand. And how many Trons you can get for 1,000? You can get 500 of them, and then you keep them. And then also you see another cryptocurrency which is called Ethereum. Ethereum was once around 3,000. It was once 1,000 rand. It was once 6,000 rand. So it has accumulated up to a value over 40,000 rand now. So people started investing in Ethereum and they grew in numbers. So the volume of Ethereum and the amount of people who invested in it, it changed the value, or the growth over the past few years. Ethereum around 2015 was around, it was less than 2,000 rand. So Ethereum by today is 48,000 rand. So that's what that. So Ethereum is. I'm just keeping you informed about investing long term. Invest online in a long term. Just look your online business as a long term investment. Never treat your online business as your emergency fund. Treat it and give the same respect as you give to your property investment. A lot of people, they trust their online space or their online investment more than they trust their banks. So they rather keep a lot of stacked cash on their online businesses. Keeping your money online, it profits your money better than keeping your money in the bank. It's rather safer and it's rather more profitable than keeping your money in your savings account. So a lot of people, they receive a lot of money from abroad. And the safest and the cheapest way of doing transactions, if you're transporting money, whether you are importing or you're buying merchandises, or whether you are getting money, or maybe you're sending money to your family member who's abroad, cryptocurrency is the best way because it is very cheap. It's not even gonna cost you 250 rand. It's not that's a threshold. So it means, rather than if you decide to send money to your relative, maybe who's in the US, or they are they are sending money from US to South Africa. So cryptocurrency and bitcoins, it's the best way to transact with that money, to send that money. It's the cheapest way. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is the cheapest way to send that money from a person who's abroad and from a person who you're sending it to, who's overseas. So these are the tips, and these are the more convenient ways. These are the cheapest ways. These are the best ways of doing any business abroad. It's the best ways. Cryptocurrency, the form of transaction that is more convenient, the most cheapest. Hence, it is why it's the best performing asset in the history of 21st century. It's one of the best performing assets, and the market cap has even surpassed the trillion value in dollars. And cryptocurrency have makes things smarter, have became more smarter now. They don't Some platforms now, I can see they are valuing, instead of valuing their value, or some cryptocurrency valuing themselves, they no longer use a pair of a US dollar to value themselves. They use a value of another cryptocurrency which is called USDT. So instead of BTC to USD, they say BTC to USDT. So they've created an equivalent cryptocurrency that is equivalent to a dollar value. I hope I'm making sense. So instead of using USD to value your assets, they are using, or they've created a coin, they've created a new cryptocurrency which is called USDT to value themselves. By equating, I simply mean the same, they are ranging along the same value. USDT and USD, they are ranging along the same value. So it's the smarter way of they're just detaching more themselves from the US dollars, your from the fiat currency mindset. They're distancing themselves more from these fiat currency mindsets. You know, they no longer value themselves to USD. They value themselves to USDT. You see, I've seen a couple of platforms that use such platform, that use that method. You know, so it's the smartest way of doing a comparison. They compare to their own cryptocurrency they've created as to comparing to a US dollar. So, guys, I'm just informing you about the ways in which you can get involved in the online spaces where you can let your money work for you. Online spaces, it's a platform to make money passively, to make your money while you are sleeping, you know. So it's a very good platform, and that requires less effort from the person doing an investment. So it's less efforts coming from you. It's the money working for you rather than you working for it. So online space, or your cryptocurrencies, your easy equities, your NFTs, you know, a lot of political people, they've also understood this way of doing business. Rather than putting your money in the Swiss banks, they understand the cryptocurrency. You know, I've discovered that, or rather, I saw the an article where Duduzane Zuma was banned from using South African banks. Ne? I'm sure you know the story, guys. Um, so he's taking his money into cryptocurrencies. So he's going crypto. He bought more bitcoins because South Africa has they fixed his money, so he's not able to access the money that was the money he had in his bank accounts, South African bank accounts, you know. So they freezed his money. So South African banks, all they do best is to freeze people's money. Once they suspect, or they don't trust your sources of income, they freeze your money, you know. But in cryptocurrency and bitcoins, no one is going to freeze your money. So Duduzane Zuma is encouraging people to go cryptocurrency, to go more Bitcoin. Because once you make a lot of money, I'm not making an example with him. I'm talking about the fact a lot of bank accounts he's owning from here in South Africa, they have freeze those accounts of him, Duduzane Zuma. You can go search that. You can go do your own research. If you think I'm joking, I'm not joking. He's advertising for people to go more cryptocurrency because it's the safest space. You can stake unlimited money in cryptocurrencies. You can accumulate even money from abroad. You see, we have platforms where we make money over abroad, and then you keep that money in cryptocurrencies. You know, because once the banks see those money, one, they're not gonna trust. I'm talking about South African banks. They're not gonna trust those sources. So once you keep that money into FNB, for example, FNB is going to question you, or ABSA, they're gonna question you. Where is the source of this? Where did you get this money? What's your source of income? Wara. Then they freeze it. If they don't trust your sources or your reasoning, they freeze that money. You know, so cryptocurrency is an open space where you and I can trade to one another. That cryptocurrency, altcoins and bitcoins, in the safest way and the more convenient way possible, and the cheapest way possible. I can send money from my account to your account. I can send a money over R1,000,000 without even being charged 300 rand as a transaction fee. They're only gonna charge me 250. So 250, one platform, one of the best performing platforms in SA, they charge up to a threshold of 250 for transaction fees, whatever the amount you're sending. You know, so Bitcoin platforms, they are able to even increase your transaction daily limits. So meaning you are not limited how much you're trading or how much you're sending or depositing on a daily basis. If you wanna withdraw your money from crypto by any time, any day, you are more than welcome to do so. If you need money urgently, they're gonna charge you 60 rand as just a small penalty for the fact that it's an instant payment, ne? Whatever amount you want, whatever amount. When I say whatever amount, it's unlimited. You can withdraw R1,000,000. When I'm saying whatever amount, I can possibly save and say confidently, you can withdraw R1,000,000 with your transaction penalty. That your 60 rand, it's your penalty just for an instant, and then for a transaction fee, it's 250. So if you're withdrawing 200,000 today, you're not gonna pay more than 250. If you're withdrawing 500,000 today, you're not gonna pay a transaction fee that is more than 250. So 250, it's a threshold. You know, I'm talking about when you're withdrawing cash, when you're withdrawing cash, when you're withdrawing fiat, when you're withdrawing your rands from a Bitcoin platform. I hope that makes sense. When you are withdrawing your rands from a local Bitcoin platform, 250 is a threshold. They're not going to charge you more than that amount for your transaction fees. Number two, if you need that money urgently, they're only going to charge you a penalty of 60 rand. So that's one platform which is I recommend. you know. Excuse me. You know, so whether that money is from here in SA to someone else who's here in SA as well, or whether it's moving from here to abroad, you know, the fees are the same. The fees are the same. And the fees are very cheap. And the time is very quick. You know, the time is very quick. Whatever the amount you want, they have set up a system that you can have a daily limit that is very big, you know, unlike your banking system whereby they're gonna limit you. I know Absa, you can't withdraw more than 5,000 in their ATM. You can't. You know, we have to go inside. If you need 5,000 cash, I'm not talking about EFT. If you need it cash, you can't withdraw more than 5,000 from Absa ATM. You can't. You need to go inside. Then you can withdraw your 40,000, and if you withdraw an amount from Absa, if you withdraw 40,000 from Absa, they're gonna charge you more than 1,000 rand, because you can't withdraw from ATM. 1, 2, you can't withdraw. You need to go inside in order to withdraw amount of about 40,000. And when you go inside, they're gonna charge you not less than 1,200 in rands. So meaning, if you withdrawing 40,000, then they're gonna charge you a transaction fee of about 1,200. If I had my calculator, I would have calculated the percentage. If my calculator was nearby, I would have calculated how much percentage is that. How much percentage? I'm just talking about 40,000. 40,000, a mere 40,000 rand. They charge you Absa. I'm talking about Absa, ne? If you're withdrawing 40,000 from Absa, you withdraw it inside the bank, right? They're gonna charge you 1,200 if you're withdrawing 40,000. I'm just talking about 40,000. I'm not talking about 400,000. I'm talking about 40. Just a mere 40,000. They're gonna charge you 1,200 rand as a transaction fee. But if you're withdrawing 40,000 from Alcon Trader, a Bitcoin platform, they're only gonna charge you plus or minus 100 rand for that one transaction. If you're withdrawing 40,000 from Alcon Trade, they're gonna charge you 100 rand plus or minus. But it's not gonna be over 250. Never. You know, so it's the tips I'm giving you, and the safest and the most convenient ways that makes your life very easier. Not play these games of banks whereby you can't even enjoy doing your business with them, because you know they're gonna give you a lot of headache when it comes to fees, to the transaction fees for your business. Everyone that is putting money to your account, everyone is putting money into your account. Banks takes a lot of money as charges. They take a lot of money as transaction fees. If you put on, if someone is depositing money to your business, they're gonna charge you more money as a transaction fee. The more you get customers, the more people are depositing to your account, the more charges they take. So I'm just giving you a clear picture. The banks, how much banks are robbing us. I'm just giving you a very clear picture, practical example. If you are withdrawing 40,000 from ABSA, they're gonna charge you 1,200 rand as a transaction fee. But if you're withdrawing 40,000 from Alcon Trader, a Bitcoin platform, it's gonna charge you 100 rand as a transaction fee only. So that's a difference of about 1,100 that ABSA is charging just because you've used their facilities. You know, so it's a 1,100 difference. I wish I had my calculator nearby, so I would have maybe no, it's fine, it's okay. I'm not gonna take my laptop. I was gonna calculate that percentage for you on my laptop. You know, I was gonna calculate for you how much percentage is that. You know, how much percentage. No. Let me not pause my live. But I was just gonna show you the percentage of how much they're charging your money every transaction fees you make in your South African bank accounts. I'm a numbers guy, ne? So I'm a mathematics guy. So I was gonna show you. I was gonna show if my calculator or laptop was nearby. I was gonna show you the ripping off they've done to us. Because how do they make money? These banks, they make money. One, they make money by transaction fees. That's number one. Number two, they make money by mortgage loans. That's number two. Number three, they make money by those car repayments. That's number three. So it's the package. These are all the packages they offer to you, and they offer a repaymenting system that introduces an interest, and their interest are daily interest, but they're not gonna tell you it's a daily interest. So the best way to beat their interest is to pay more upfront, or to repay your interest more quicker. If you double those interest, if you double your monthly repayments, that's how you beat their interesting system. The way they charge your interest, the only way to beat their the only way to beat that repaymenting system, the interest they're charging, it's by paying more, the quickest. You know, but either way, they are ripping us off, and it's been a long time. So Bitcoin is a system that is more convenient when it comes to charges. It is more convenient when it comes to doing abroad payments, when doing also the abroad investments and stuff like that. So cryptocurrency, it's the safest example to compare with the normal banks. So it's the safest example to compare the transaction fees of how much they are charging the everyday normal customers, how much they are charging on a daily basis. Do you know I don't know the stats of how much they're making a day, but on the transaction fees alone, the banks make a lot of money on a daily basis. By transaction fees alone, they make millions by transaction fees alone. I'm not talking about some other packages they may offer you, but transaction fees on its own, it's profiting the banks a lot of money. And to start such businesses, this information is been kept from us for the longest period. If you want to start those type of businesses, you need a couple of millions, maybe close to 100 million, just sitting in the bank, so they can be able or to give you a license in order to start such institutions or insurance institutions and stuff like that, in order to start such a business. That is probably how much you just need. You just need as money sitting. I don't want to use big words, but you need a lot of money. Let me just say, you need a lot of money to start those such businesses. So that is why in South Africa you find a very few banks compared to other countries. If you can check, or if you can go to your Tanzania, to those nearby countries, African countries, they have banks probably up to 20. They have a lot of banks. People from other countries have lots of options when it comes to banks. Here in South Africa, we only have a few. We don't even have, the number of banks, it's not even 10. It's less than 10. The number of banks we have is less than 10. While in some other countries, African countries, you find more than 20 banks there. And by the way, also Standard Bank is available all around Africa. Yeah, I like to believe so. You can also find Standard Bank in Nigeria and a lot of African countries and so forth. So when I'm saying they have more banks than us, I'm including those banks where you can even find here in South Africa. So Standard Bank is one example of a bank that you can even find outside South Africa. And some banks have even started here, but they've moved and even have a lot of branches outside on the African in the African continent. So they have a lot of branches as well in the African countries outside of South Africa. So when I say, or I'm counting a lot of banks from other countries, I'm also including those banks where you can find them there and also find them here in South Africa. And then if you have a Bitcoin platform or a cryptocurrency platform and you're doing business with the people who are in Nigeria or Tanzania or Malawi and whatever, the safest way, whether you have online business or you have physical goods with business where you courier your stuff, The safest way in order to transact and the cheapest ways, it's Bitcoin. That's the cheapest way. If your business is operating outside, even outside the country. That is the safest way. That is the cheapest way. That is the more convenient way. I hope I'm making sense, guys, when it comes to the comparison of the transaction fees you get from the ordinary banks and the transaction fees you get from the cryptocurrency space. Yeah? So I was just eye-opening you about the importance of looking into ways in which you can make your payment systems more profitable for your business, or to make your business more profitable, and for you to see the profit you're making by the choices you make in your payment systems in whatever business you're running. The payment system, it has to be the cheapest that you use so that you can see the profit you're making. So Bitcoin, it's one eye opener of those Bitcoin transactions where you can find cheaper options of doing payments, doing payment systems. Bitcoin has different kinds of or options in which you can make your transactions. It's either you can use a Bitcoin uh, debit card, or you can do them via a QR code, or you can also do the peer-to-peer type of payment to your peers or to your other Bitcoin networkers. So there are some stuff that I've bought, that I have, using peer-to-peer system. So someone will sell me a device and then I pay them with Bitcoins. So they already have Bitcoin wallets. So I send the Bitcoin from my Bitcoin wallet to their Bitcoin wallet, and then they give me that device. So it's a modern way of doing businesses, and it's an online space which is open to everyone, you know. So it's a payment system that is legit. It's just that a lot of governments, they don't want to recognize it, but they acknowledge it is power, its power, you know. So they acknowledge the power it possesses, but they don't want to regulate to be used, because they are too scared of the power it bringing, because Bitcoin is shutting down the normal way of the end of money. It introduces the end of money as we know in its system. So meaning it's an online digital space kind of money that is being introduced, which is going to shut down the normal way of doing transactions, which is your normal paper money, or the money fiat currency, which is called fiat currency. The normal money that we use, this paper money that is printed by the reserve banks and stuff like that. So Bitcoin is coming to suppress that IMF printings, selling it to the banks and stuff like that. Is all coming to the main boss of the paper money we're using today. It's IMF, you know. So IMF, it's the main boss. All the reserve banks that are reporting to. So almost every country in the world has a reserve bank, and they all report to one boss, which is IMF. So Bitcoin, it's all about suppressing that kind of payment system, because it's been ripping a lot of people off. It's been ripping a lot of all of us off, because it's a system with heavy transaction fees and stuff like that. So Bitcoin, it's a system which is newly introducing some simplest and the most convenient ways when it comes to doing transactions globally and even locally, by introducing systems or transaction fees whereby you look into your transaction fees the best way possible in order for your business to run smoothly and to see the profit you're making whatever business you're running. So this is a very serious space, guys, for people who want to do business this 2024. It's open to everyone that is willing to get into the crypto space. You are more than welcome to DM me. My number is 073 766 8424. I have to love and leave you, but information, more info is available in our WhatsApp groups and stuff like that. You interested, you join to WhatsApp group, you can inform me, you can DM me, you can private message me and whatever and stuff like that. Or you can WhatsApp this number I just sent you. It's 073 766 8424. It's very profitable, guys, to do businesses online. It is very profitable, guys, to do business, to buy shares, to buy your JSE shares and stuff like that. I am more than happy to welcoming you guys in order for to introducing you in such spaces and stuff like that. We're all about online businesses, online spaces. We open opportunities for people to do businesses online, whether you want or you already have a business running physical and you want your business to be in an online space as well, to do your business in a physical and also an online space concurrently. It is we are more than welcome to help you, to give you more information when it comes to digitalizing the way you do business, whatever type of business you are doing. We are more than welcome to help you digitalize that kind of business you are doing. I have to love and leave you guys. I'll see you on the next live session. Goodbye and good night. Any questions? Now it's an open space for questions. Any questions? Any questions you want to ask me? I'm not in the mood for inviting people to ask as a guest. You can write that question. You can type your questions. Yeah, I think it's safer if you type the question. If you have any questions. Any questions, comments, advice, suggestions? Any questions? Going once? Going twice? Gone. Cheers, guys.